Hi guys, welcome to Nothing TV. This is your host Raju Gupta. Today I'll be comparing Moto G Turbo Edition with Xiaomi Mi 4i. So let's check out who's the winner. So guys, you can see that both the phones have 5-inch display, but the display is full HD on Mi 4i, whereas it's an HD display on Moto G Turbo Edition. But if you talk about the touch, it is similar on both the phones, really pretty touch, and the display is good on both the phones. But Mi 4i got more number of pixels and it's a full HD display, so watching video or playing games is a much better experience on the Mi 4i. Moving ahead, in terms of robustness of the build quality and the display, Moto Mi 4i cannot match Moto G Turbo Edition, since this phone got Corning Gorilla Glass 3 protection, whereas I only have Corning scratch resistant glass on Mi 4i. So it is good. It won't get scratches easily, but it can not take that much drops as what Moto G Turbo Edition can take. In terms of build quality, guys, we have a unibody phone in Mi 4i, but then also it feels weak. It feels slightly less robust as compared to Moto Turbo Edition. And Moto Turbo is also waterproof, so you can put it in water as long as your back plate is properly sealed. It's there. This kind of functionality is not present in Mi 4i, guys. Moving ahead, let me show you some camera images clicked under similar conditions. So this is the image clicked using the front facing 5 megapixel camera, and image has come out equally well in both the phones. There is no distinction. I'm looking more handsome in Moto G Turbo, but that's because of the hair, I guess. The color and the detail, it's good enough. Not the best 5 megapixel camera in either of the phone, but a decent camera, you can call it. So no distinction in that front. Now this image was clicked with flash on, and guys, the problem in Moto G Turbo Edition and other Moto G phones is that the default camera app is not great at focusing. So you can install a different camera app like Camera MX to focus and click really nice images. But if we go with the default camera app, then Mi 4i is better than Moto G Turbo Edition. However, when you zoom in, you can see quality is good in Moto G Turbo, but Mi 4i is slightly performing slightly well. This was the image clicked without flash on, and let me show you the image of this cricket ball without flash. Now here you can see again Mi 4i is providing me a slightly better image than the Moto G Turbo. However, it's not a major difference. With flash on, good image in both the phones. You can see again the difference is not much, just a slight more reddish cherry, more reddish ball in Mi 4i. So good camera, guys. The camera is comparable in both the phones, but I recommend you download a Camera MX or any other good camera app, so that you can use your Moto G Turbo Edition camera to the full extent. Moving ahead, let me show you the amount of RAM and the storage space available when you have installed things on both these phones. So if I talk about the RAM, guys, so both the phones are having a 2 GB of RAM. You can see Moto G is giving me around 1 GB of RAM free, because this is a pure Android version, and that is where the difference arrives. While I have only 626 MB of RAM out of 2 GB Mi 4i free, because Xiaomi has overlaid their own skin on top of the Mi 4i, and it's not a pure Android experience. So more amount of RAM is free in Moto G Turbo Edition. As far as storage is concerned, both the phones provide you a standard 16 GB of total storage, out of which 10.5 GB you will get when you open a new device, and USB OTG is supported by both the phones. That is not an issue. I'll just show that to you if you want to see it live. And I have connected the USB OTG. and Moto G Turbo has detected it. So whatever my data is present, games, movies or files in the pen drive, I can access those directly on my Moto G Turbo and also on my Xiaomi Mi 4i. I have connected, and even Mi 4i has detected. Coming to the performance, I ran into two benchmark on both these handsets, guys, and you can see Mi 4i gets a slightly better score than Moto G Turbo Edition, but guys, the processor is same, the RAM is same. However, Mi 4i heats up a lot during gaming, and that kind of takes away the whole gaming experience. So it's not that a great phone when it comes to gaming. In terms of multitasking, using Gmail, sending WhatsApp messages, using Facebook and other apps, both these phones are good enough. However, when it comes to gaming, Moto G, in spite of having the same processor, it's better because it got a pure Android version in it. Now let me show you the sensors supported by both these phones. NFC is not supported by either of the phone, and most of the sensors are supported by Mi 4i, and they're not supported by Moto G Turbo Edition. So acceleration sensor is supported in both the phones. However, ambient temperature, game rotation vector, geomagnetic rotation vector, gravity, gyroscope, all these are supported in Mi 4i, and it is not supported in the Moto G Turbo Edition. And again, we have a proximity sensor support in both the phones. So when the call comes in, the screen turns off. And apart from that, step counter, step detection and significant motion vectors, all these are present in Mi 4i. So it also acts as your speedometer, but overall experience is better on the Moto G Turbo Edition. And if I talk about the battery too, guys, 3000 mAh battery in Mi 4i, 2470 mAh battery. However, the battery backup is similar, it's 1 day. The skin and overall UI in Mi 4i is slightly demanding, so the battery lasts around 1 day in both the phones. And moreover, the display is full HD in Mi 4i, so battery lasts around the same time what Moto G Turbo Edition gives me. So guys, go for Moto G Turbo Edition if you're looking for an overall solid build quality, you want a solid display and a pure Android experience, and moreover, any update which arrives will be the first to reach this particular phone, and also get more amount of free RAM out of 2 GB, because there is no skin, it's a pure Android experience and the system occupies minimum amount of RAM. Go for Mi 4i if you want a good camera experience. However, it's not a really significantly better camera than Moto G Turbo, but slightly, yes, it's a slightly better camera than the Moto G Turbo. However, if you're looking for a good gaming phone, then Moto G Turbo is your choice, because Xiaomi Mi 4i heats up during heavy gaming and it's not a phone for gaming. I have repeatedly said that and I'm saying it again. Moto G Turbo is also waterproof. So overall, a good decent package in the price it is available. Thanks for watching the video, guys, and if you like the video, do hit the subscribe button, do hit the like button, and leave your queries in the comment section below. I'll answer them personally. Have a great day, guys.